And so it was one of those things, like a great migration is a boring one, right? And so kind of once we got into the swing of it, we're able to move VMs almost seamlessly. That's really the benefit of this transformation, is we have this new amount of money to invest in student benefiting capabilities. I think the core was getting really tight design around kind of the networking, the connectivity there to make sure that was as seamless as we could. So getting that from the outset, we didn't have to do a lot of weird networking bubbles and some of the things that you sometimes have to do that cause a lot of planning and a lot of coordination and a lot of tight coupling. I think when those things started happening, we could then get more visibility on the VMware platform as to underutilized workloads, areas where things were way oversized. So not only did we go from kind of roughly 10,000 virtual machines to like 2,500-ish right now and trending down, we did that while boosting the capability and the hosting services they provided, right? So tremendous amount of savings, tremendous amount of optimization, and the team got kind of addicted to it also. So like once they started seeing, we did this original thing called the DCOM-a-thon, and the team started getting super excited about how optimized they could get. And that kind of had a halo effect that lasted, because really understanding that every one of those dollars that we use to keep those workloads up is a dollar that comes from a student at some point, right? And really hearkening back and helping them understand how that all worked. I think the other thing that's pretty crazy in hindsight, and I was just thinking about this, so we pay less now for the overall hosting solution with Expedient than we did just for storage and backup while we were in the data center, because we had an outsourced provider that managed that for us. So if you think about kind of the economies of scale, getting rid of unplanned expenses of buying, $500,000 worth of batteries when they go out, right? Like there's just so many factors. We've been able to cut our overall costs here at University of Phoenix technology, I would say down about $50 million over 3.5 years. Also, I think the overall simplification of the environment has helped increase uptime, reduce downtime, and reduce cognitive load on the teams. So the teams don't have to focus on kind of, driving the machine so tightly anymore. They can actually focus on student problems. Our run to grow ratio flipped from 70% of our time and money was spent on running the environment and 30% was spent on growing and student capabilities. It's exactly the opposite now. So 30% of our time and money is spent on that run and 70% is spent on grow. It's been a huge switch, and everyone has noticed it in the entire university. The students have noticed it, so it's been a great story.
Yeah, I looked at the original business case that we put together, and we had projected to do $11 million in savings in 3 years, and you're saying it's almost 5x that. That's astounding.
Yeah, and it's actually not doing less with less, it's doing more with less, which is kind of unprecedented in my career, at least in technology. Usually you have that double cost while you're moving. You have the cost of the old stuff and the cost of the new stuff, but you promise everybody it's going to go down later, so you have to go ask for this in big investment case and do all that work. This business case was absolutely self-funding from day one because of the simplification we were able to do, which is a great story to tell.